This is a dream I received from the Lord on 12/28/16. The dream began with my daughter and I walking into an area that looked like the foyer of Walmart. It was completely bare, and the walls were dark bluish gray, and there were no windows or doors. We had entered through the side, and it was like an entry point to somewhere where we were forced to go. And I didn't know where the entry was or how we got in, but after I had this dream and I went to Walmart, I actually saw that on the side, as you walk in, where all the carts are, there's a sliding door, kind of like a garage door, and I think that's where we came in from. And then our family was held by force inside the store, which was like a makeshift prison camp. My husband and I got to stay together to sleep, and my son was in another area close by. I don't know where my daughter was. There was food still in the store, but we were only allowed to have certain things if we were told. I had a scissors in my suitcase, and I was planning on sneaking it to my son. He was lying in his cot and asked me why I wanted him to have it. I told him it was in case he could find an opening to gouge his way out or something. There was a stern woman in charge of our area, and my husband went up to her to pay for a small bag of snacks that I wanted. As he did that, I got out the scissors, but then I had to hide them quickly under another food item near the shelf because I thought someone saw me. Another woman prisoner came by and picked up the item on top of them, but just acted like she didn't see where the scissors were and covered them back up. I was so relieved. I was so stressed, trying to figure out a way to get them back to my suitcase without being seen. There was a woman who was allowed to stay in the same cell or room with her grown son who looked in his 20s. He came down with some sort of really bad respiratory disease. I saw Jesus walking outside with him, and they were walking across a large area. They were walking very fast, and it looked supernatural. They even walked through water like a small stream. Jesus was taking him to another building to heal him. Meanwhile, the guard woman was very angry and planted more of the germs all over the woman's wall and door so she would get sick too. Later, the guard woman said there were some large donuts that were about to get stale, which was food that was already in the store, and she said she was going to cut them in half and give them out. And all this time I was still stressing about the scissors and how to get them back to my suitcase. And that was the end of the dream. But I've heard about Walmart's becoming future FEMA camps, and this dream seems to be a confirmation on that.